As you can see, got quite a bit of stuff with which to make videos, but none of those are going to be in this one. No, 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 no. It's been a long time since I managed to get this lucky. So what we're going to do, they're both equally as generic. What we're going to do, I'm going to start with this one because it's arguably the less interesting of the two, but I'm going to take them out. We'll have a quick cursory inspection just to make sure that there's nothing obviously, wrong with either of them. And then we'll power them up and see what they do. We'll start with this one because it's arguably the less interesting of the two. This case, I'm telling you what, this is the epitome of a cheap and nasty case. Holy crap. Like, that reset switch, what is that? And, like, you push the entire plastic faceplate in. It does at least have front panel USB, 2 of them, and audio jacks. If you push this, which sometimes doesn't even work, reveal icon Pentium 4. I guess that was an information sticker or something that this had. It's got 2 optical drives. Looks like a DVD-ROM and a DVD burner underneath that was probably added much later on. It's a very oddly large button on that, but that's okay. There is a floppy drive. I do know for a fact that both of these are missing hard drives because the covers were popped off, so I was able to get a cursory look inside, but I have not done too much outside of just a cursory look. I guess that's our information sticker. Intermax power inside. This is an Intermax power supply. I guess this must be a fan speed control. A little power switch. It is set to 230, which means it won't work, so we'll set that to 115. And if we have a look, you can see pretty standard layout. Nothing special, no expansion cards. Might have been some in the past. Looks like this case has played host to probably another motherboard, so this might be an upgrade board. So maybe it's a little better than a Pentium 4. I didn't really expect it to be. Oh, that's tough. Oh, it's purple. I don't know what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't that. I think this is an HEC Compu case. Pretty sure, anyway. So, yeah, here we go. There is definitely no hard drive left for me. I think it was a SATA drive. Yeah, it was a SATA drive. And something about that doesn't look right. Somebody glued the, looks like, is that, yeah, that's like wood glue. Somebody, or probably not wood glue, but some kind of glue anyway. They glued the SATA cable onto the drive, which, I don't know why you'd do that. Perhaps the cable is bad, I don't know. But, what board is this? I can't really tell. Yeah, that's not really going to tell me. Is it an Intel motherboard? I think it might be. Well, the caps are good, so that's nice. For some reason, it's got extra. Not sure why this board would use that. We've got 4 SATA plugs, and probably the 1 IDE. That's usually how these boards worked. I think it had more RAM originally, but for whatever reason, it was pulled out. This is DDR, so yeah, this is probably still a Pentium 4. 256 megs. And that is 512, so 768 total. Oh, there's one more. So yeah, we've probably got 1 gig total. Yeah, there's another 256, so 1 gig total. So, not terrible, but yeah, probably could do better than that. Fan's still good. So, I'm gonna put these in, plug it in, see if it blows up. Okay, now just in case it does decide to explode, I've got the cover on. Oh, hasn't done anything yet. Hit the power. I hear a grinding fan. It works, though. Intel D915 GAG, Pentium 4, 3 GHz. Obviously, single channel. What does that say? Memory in channel B. Maximum memory is achieved with whatever, doesn't matter. What the heck happened to that error message? The installed amount of memory in channel A is not equal to the amount of press any key to continue. Yeah, this is supposed to be up there. So, I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, reboot and select proper boot device. Let's see here. I can't even open that. There's too much junk in the way. Do either of these optical drives work? That one doesn't sound very promising. Yeah, I think that one's screwed. Yeah, that one's completely screwed. That one's a little better. Sort of. Wow. Okay, well, it's got your typical problems for your computer of its age. But it's a usable set of parts, at least. The motherboard's pretty much completely useless, but some of the at least the rest of it might be able to go to a good cause. Enough about this piece of crap, though. Let's go take a look at the cool one. In some of my videos, I've made mention of a full tower computer. No, I'm very wrong. No. This is a full tower computer. Take a look at this. It's got 5 5.25 inch bays, 1 3.5 inch. This one looks like it might be a little better. Originally an Athlon XP, but it's been upgraded, certainly. Take a look. Space for fans. There's one big fan installed in there, but I don't know if that's actually supposed to be there, or if that's been glued in place as well as a case mod. Could have well have been done that way. If it was, I'll probably just pull it out and put 2 proper fans in there. But, yeah. This power supply, though, I'm telling you, these are common. What is that rated for? Or what does it say it's rated for? Looks like YH480W. Yeah, 480 milliwatts. It's probably more like it. Is that glued? Or is that... No, that's just kind of sitting in there with friction. Yeah. It's a 120 millimeter fan. Actually, that'd be pretty nice to pull out of there and put somewhere else, but not for this. But this power supply is probably made out of tinfoil. Oh, I'm actually impressed it's not, but it's still undoubtedly cheap junk. It's an LG optical drive. Floppy drive doesn't really matter. I can't really see anything up there anyway. This is an Asus P5L MX motherboard. Seems like kind of a waste to put this in here, you know, giant case like this, but that's what they did, so they didn't ask me. I'm kind of a little disappointed, actually, with this a little bit, because I thought that there would be a lot more hard drive bays than there are. That CD-ROM is not plugged in. Is it just loose? must have screws on the other side. It wasn't screwed in. Not plugged in. What am I talking about? Again, we've got the RAM sitting in the bottom of the case for some reason. This is 1 gig PC2 5300, nothing special. So, I don't know what this is, but yeah, this is another, probably a rebuild project. I'm not sure what I'll put in here. Something cool. But let me put this RAM stick back in and we'll give this a test. See what it can do. Well, so yeah, this one decides it's gonna go poof. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, that's odd. Everything is plugged in, right? Yeah, as far as I can tell, everything's plugged in. So, well, maybe the power supply is toast. That's probably what's wrong. It's probably the power supply. Yeah. Paperweight. In fact, it's almost so light that it wouldn't even work as a paperweight. I'm sure there's like no components in there that provide quality at all. So I replaced it with this, honestly, probably not that much better, but at least slightly more honestly specified at 400 watts. Power supply. Ran the wiring. This right here, this is going to move because I'm not keeping it there. It's kind of a stupid place for it anyway. I want to probably just install it on the top. I know why they did it, because this probably had an IDE hard drive, and they needed to do that in order to make the IDE cable reach the drive cage. Because this case, or this motherboard, only has one IDE channel. So, well, whatever. Let's see what it does. If I plug it in, then we can see what it does. See if it works any better. I saw lights this time. I think I've got a 5-volt standby that I didn't have before. Yeah, that's much better. Beep. Alright, P5L-MX, revision 0501, Pentium D, 3 gigahertz. All the settings are wrong. Doesn't surprise me. I don't think it'll tell me exactly which Pentium D 3 gigahertz CPU it is. Appropriated? Wow. Well, sure, whatever you say. But, yeah. So, once again, we got a pretty usable little system out of that. That optical drive actually works. Here's a look inside before we go. The featherweight piece of crap that was originally in that big full tower. Look at that. There's like nothing in here. Well, honestly, there's probably more components than I expected to see, but like, this is supposed to put out 480 watts? Like, really? I've never even heard of that brand of capacitor before. But like, I mean, I don't see anything that's blown. Or anything that's obviously busted. KMG. FM. Are those Panasonic? They might be. Doesn't matter. You know, you see there's missing caps there. There's a missing choke transformer there. There's no suppression cap. I noticed that. Unless that's supposed to be a suppression cap, which is not good enough. Got all that discoloration over there. So, yeah. But it's Pentium 4 ready. Yeah, you know what? I think a Pentium 4 would actually exceed the output rating of this. You know, not the one that it actually says on the case, but the actual output rating that this is going to be good for. Like, those are the tiniest little transistors ever. And of course, this isn't a modern power supply. This is, like, fairly old. So, I'm trying to think, does it actually say 2006? Yeah, it's not new. So, hard to say what actually burnt. Yeah, it might have something to do with that. There's a nice burn on that. It's either glue or that's a burn mark from that little thing there, which I had to move. You know, that choke could be messed up too. But I think it's probably more so related to the fact there's all this discoloration, so things have just kind of burned out. At least it looks like it did it silently rather than violently. There you go. No explosions. But one system that works perfectly fine. The other one just needed a power supply. Not bad, I would say. So stay tuned for the future, because there will almost certainly be some case reuse projects.